Good morning. It's Thursday, May 14th, 2015, and this is Tech Talk Today, episode 172. My name is Chris.
And I'm Angela.
Hey, good morning, Angela.
Hello, welcome back.
Oh,
Thanks.
Wait, what? You're welcome? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say to that.
I'm back.
This is one of those mornings where I'm a little off kilter because I got a late start. I'm dropping the truck off to get some work done, and so I showed up a little late. So we're getting a late start, which always throws off a morning show a little bit.
Yes.
And then it's one of those days, and I know I've talked about this before. I feel kind of freaked out that I'm just kind of stranded here. Like once you're done with the show and you leave for the day, like I have to stay here for Tech Talk and Tech Snap and then like. What if like Tech Snap's done and I want to leave and I can't? Like,
well, you're gonna have to let me know before like
I know
3:30.
What if I start going crazy and like get all claustrophobic because I can't leave the studio? I'm just gonna run. You might just have to find me on the street.
You can ride Rikai.
Yeah. Well, before I get all crazy, why don't we bring in the Mumble Room so we can tear through some crazy news today? Time appropriate greetings, L Mumble Room.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Hi.
Wow.
Welcome back, Angela.
Thank you.
That's nice. That's nice. Hey, let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about Wolfram Alpha. Wow.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I should have said picked that as my first story.
Yeah.
No, needs more caffeine. Wolfram Alpha. Jeez. Oh no. Let's just call him Wolf. Okay, we'll just call him Wolf. Are you familiar with the Wolfram? Oh no.
Wow.
Will you just say it for me?
Wolfram.
Okay.
Alpha? Is that what is the second word you're trying to
Rotten
say?
Corpse, you're familiar with these guys, right?
Yeah, Wolfram Alpha.
Yeah, will you explain to Ange about the Wolfram Alpha thing? Because I got a new.
Wolfram Afro.
I gotta go wash my mouth out.
It's like a search engine, but you can also do like real language searching, and you can do calculations, and it's kind of like what Google can do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it sounds like Google.
But you can do real language, like how many cups are in and things like that. Google hasn't always been able to do.
Yeah, Google's trying to do that. So basically, like Wolfram Alpha was what Google was trying to do like 5-6 years ago.
Did you hear how smoothly he said that?
Yeah.
There was no stutter at all.
Yeah, shut up.
And it was
so
perfect.
like when you ask Siri a question that's sort of out of the box,
which I don't.
She queries Wolfram.
Oh, okay.
So now they have a new service available. They just launched it today.
Oh, it looks like it has to do with pictures.
Yeah, they say they can identify any image. So I figured we could test it a little bit and see if it's true or not. You want to try it right here on the show?
Okay.
It's just launched today, so hopefully it's not under too much load.
Is this like a reverse Google image search?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But supposedly using more of their smirts, Ange, more of their smirts. So I have a couple of pictures here that we could pick from, but I thought let's go. Here's a great one. This one, let's start with an easy one.
Okay.
This is Bill Gates when he got arrested.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Now,
in
does
77.
it just tell you what it is or what the story behind the picture is?
Don't know. Let's find out. So it's trying to identify the Bill Gates image, identifying. It says it's a person.
Woo.
Okay.
Wow, this is worth it.
That's it? Yeah, it is a person. All right, great. Could be better, though.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say it's a primate. I will say it's a primate. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a human.
Should we try a different image? Should we try something else? What should we try? What do you want?
That was lame.
All right, go give me an image and I'll
I don't know.
Images.google.com. Come on, give me Mumble Room, give me an image.
A truck.
Okay, that's a good one, yeah. We're talking about trucks.
There's a new bug out called anal bleed. You could look for that.
Are you talking about a new software bug or one that actually affects people?
I don't know. I sent it to Alan first thing this morning and told him I didn't know if it was current or not, but it might be good for TechSnap.
Yeah, it might.
I like how they're making logos for major.
I know. Did you see our Venom coverage yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to throw the truck in here, and then we'll see what happens, and then I'm going to call it good, because so far I'm not super impressed with this new service. All right, so the Google search and the Google reverse image search is finding other similar images. This is actually identifying an object.
It's a truck.
It nailed it.
Oh, I know. You know what? There's that lamp picture that looks like a woman's crotch.
Lamp that looks like a woman's crotch. You think I could just search for that?
You might want to put it on the chat room.
Oh, yeah, just in case, because that one, lamp looks like woman's crotch. Yeah, what could go wrong with this search, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm only going to get what I want with that search. Okay.
What if you put in Mrs.
yeah, there it is.
Would it say
yeah, that's
looks like
it. Oh, or is it that one? This is a great idea. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if it can do this. All right, so here, I'll show the chat room our two images. So which ones do you think we should go with here? I think that's too difficult.
That one doesn't look like...
That's a book. All right, so we have...
it looks like cleavage.
Yeah. All right, so we have one image that looks like cleavage, which is actually the pages of a book. And we have another that's a lamp that kind of looks like a woman's crotch.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw these two images through Wolfram Alpha and, damn it, and then see, so this is lamp, okay, and this will be boobs or whatever they're calling this, book boobs. Book boobs. Hopefully it doesn't look at the file name. That'd be super cheating if it does.
Oh, yeah, jeez.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with, what should we start with, Ange?
Either.
Okay. Let's start then with, where did I put it? Didn't I just download it? Okay, here's Lamp. Let's start with Lamp, the one that's supposed to be the lady's crotch, okay?
I don't know why that image has that thing in the bottom right-hand corner, which totally breaks the optical illusion.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lampshade.
Huh.
It nailed it. It totally nailed it.
Wow.
All right, let's try the book. The book is much harder. The book looks like boobs.
Okay.
Right? Don't you think that looks like a dress with boobs?
Yeah.
At least I want it to be. Okay, so hitting open, and survey says, oh, it's trying harder.
Is it a person?
It's trying harder.
Is it a person or a book?
Identifying instrumentation.
Instrumentation. Huh.
What?
Yeah, whatever that is.
No. Well,
That's what they call it in Norway.
Yeah. It is a form of instrumentation. Okay, a model city. Oh, okay, and then one last thing. I got one last thing I want to throw out, and then we'll move on, because I know this is gripping. Star Trek Enterprise. Let's just put like the Enterprise in there and see. Yeah, okay.
Rotten Course says, if you... what?
What?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, I wonder if you put Mrs. Doubtfire, will it say who looks like a lady?
It'll say person. All right, let's just try one more thing, and then I'm all done, because I'm a huge geek. Let's put the Enterprise in there and see if it identifies the Enterprise.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Right?
That's a given.
Come on, it better say Enterprise, too. It better not be something crap. Airplane? Airplane? Airplane?
This is so remedial.
Yeah.
This is just...
Shows you where computer... Remember how we were talking about pattern matching yesterday on our walk?
Yeah.
Or Tuesday? This is what I was talking about.
Like, yeah, this is not even...
They're really bad at it. The silly computers. Good luck,
So they
Skynet.
announced that new feature?
Yeah.
Wow. Can't believe they did
I think
that.
we're missing the point a little bit.
Probably.
I just got so distracted by the shiny. All right, so
You can use it for sending in formulas, and it can tell you what the formula is and things like that.
that's actually really... Okay. Think about that.
What?
What he just said. If you took a picture of a mathematical formula...
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. Somebody find one.
I want to do an update on our faux show that we did on Sunday. Real quick, just one element we talked about, the fitness tracking stuff with my Android Wear watch. Well, today, Google has announced a pretty decent update to Google Fit that brings more functionality. So one thing that they've done now is they're doing estimate distance and calories burned. So they will a little bit better job of estimating how far you walk during your walk. They actually had this before, but it was more just in total steps in this general area. And now they're going to outlay where you've gone. And to help you keep those fitness goals at top of mind, they're also releasing a Google Fit widget and Android Wear watch face. So it's like a dedicated watch face that shows your fitness activity.
Like my Apple Watch already has?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sold on that.
This is a little more, but
no. If you guys didn't watch Faux Show episode 213 from last Sunday, we returned with a Apple Watch versus Android Wear episode.
Yeah.
And we covered a lot of the reasons why we are wearing them. And Chris tried mine on for the first time. And
And I think we made pretty good points for each one. Like, I don't think if you watch the episode, I don't think it's like a slam dunk either way. It's just here's the pros to this one, here's the pros and the cons to each, and I thought it was pretty good. Hey, speaking of cons, what the hell's going on with Windows? Windows 10 is going to have 7 different editions. Microsoft has announced this morning.
yeah, that's crazy.
So you're going to have Windows.
This reminds me of when you started that company with Frankie.
Yeah.
And we're going through all that software, finding all the different versions, Enterprise and server and
So
all the
here's what you
different.
get, Ange.
Oh my gosh.
Windows 10 Home, Windows 10 Mobile,
Oh my
Windows
gosh.
10 Pro, Windows 10 Enterprise, Windows 10 Education, Windows 10 Mobile Enterprise.
Oh my gosh. So like
Also, there's a Windows IoT Core, and there's a few other.
thinking about the education one, like, so what, you're gonna strap it down? Or
you limit it a little bit, and you sell it for cheaper on
Why?
hardware.
That's just
So I think the reason they do this is they don't want to devalue the Windows brand by putting it on a $180 little computer, but they can't charge full price because full
the
price
software would cost more than the computer
exactly.
itself. Yeah.
So they have to make it super cheap.
No.
But how can they say this is worth $400 to the enterprise, but say this is only worth $20 to the OEM? So they have to differentiate it as a product. But it's a stupid differentiation that nobody but Microsoft cares about.
Right. Yep.
And it's a great, and when you see this kind of stuff, like out of all of the really cool stuff Microsoft has done recently, when I see this, what this feels like to me at the core of it is a group of bureaucrats sitting around the table figuring out how they're going to maximize marketing and profits around the new Windows 10 brand. And that turns my stomach. Make a server version, make a desktop version.
Yeah.
Make the desktop version free.
Yeah. Yeah. And mobile as well. Be the same as, I mean, like, it's just...
Yeah. Mumble, any thoughts?
The Pi version. Yeah, they forgot the Pi version to list.
Yeah. There is, and you know what? There's actually other versions than what I just covered here. There's what?
Ryan TG says, new college course, CS201, identifying Windows editions. Ding. That's great.
That's basically what's going to take now. So yeah, it's good though, because I think people are like, ooh, Windows 10 is going to bring some competition to Linux. And then you see this clown show, and you remember the licensing is the core of what drives people crazy about Windows. Speaking of things that might drive you crazy, are you ready to give up control? Are you ready to sit back and let your car communicate with the driver next to you without any say? Because the U.S. government wants it to happen sooner than later. They want every future car to have the new V2V communication system. I'm a little concerned by this because they're pushing it pretty hard, and it seems like if you're going to have a mesh network of cars communicating with each other, there could be major security implications, especially if they sit on the CAN bus interface, because if you can get on the CAN bus interface, there's really no security there, and you can get to anything that's on that interface, which is like a lot of where the car's computer is at and some of the electronics that the computer has to interface with. One of the big hurdles at the moment for this vehicle-to-vehicle communication is, guess what? Radio interference.
Wait. Let's think about movie opportunity here.
I know.
Fast and the Furious, right?
You could take control of like a swarm of cars.
Yeah, it's no longer, I can't control the gas pedal. It's my car's talking to another car.
Yeah. So they got to get the FCC involved because they need to clear up the airspace for these cars to be able to have radio communications with each other.
Huh.
And the whole idea is to send each other like metrics and I'm going this fast.
At a basic level of like, hey, you're getting too close to my car type thing. That might be okay. But if they can modify any kind of running of the car or and
I also wonder about privacy. Like, what will the car be broadcasting, and what could law enforcement pick up when they drive by my car? If a cop's just driving down the freeway, can he just be reading a bunch of details about everybody's car?
Right. Yeah. Well, and like I went on comonews.com yesterday to the traffic area,
our local ABC affiliate,
and I looked at they have like 50 cameras in Linwood that you can just look at any time, and like, will those be able to read them too? Like, can we look at those cameras and see, oh, there's a felon, there's a stolen car, there, like
that could be good in some ways.
It could, but it's still,
Here's why they're pushing. This is why the U.S. Department of Transportation's Secretary Anthony Fox, he really wants this vehicle-to-vehicle communication stuff to happen sooner than later. He'd like it to be in place by the end of 2016.
Holy moly!
Yeah. It's very soon. Every successful innovation means potential lives saved. So every delay is meaningful. We are in a race against time, and it is critical that technologies like V2V make it into our roadways as soon as possible. And when I hear talk like that, I worry that sometimes security is being, what's driving the urgency? Is it really public safety? Mm-hmm. And if it is, are they giving security a full consideration? When you rush, you often don't.
Yes. You cut corners.
Yeah. Mumble Room, are you ready for your cars to talk to other cars as you drive down the road?
God, no.
No.
Come on, guys. We're not supposed to be a bunch of technology scaredy cats, right?
Darwin Awards.
I know.
Darwin Awards.
You know what happens?
This is unneeded.
As you start to learn how this stuff works and how it can be abused, you start to get a little more concerned about its implications and how people are going to use it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Insurance companies are going to jump all over it.
Man.
They're going to back it because they're going to be able to get how fast were you going when you impacted.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about the lawsuits about cars crashing. Well, I didn't do it. It was my car taken over by someone else.
Yeah, who's liable for self-driving cars to get in accidents? Is it the person that wrote the software? Is it the mechanic that made something fail, so the car failed?
Are they pushing self-driving, or are they pushing just communication?
No.
Okay, all right, just double-checking.
But the reason why I go there is because this is step one.
Right,
To really have successful self-driving, you need to have a communication system in place.
Yes.
And then, then everybody's on the same page. Hey, I got a Kickstarter of the week. It's been a little while. Oh, hold on. Don't we have a...
Yeah, kick it.
Do we have a thing for that?
Yeah.
I don't know if we do anymore because it's like we do it...
Did you redo your soundboard?
Well, yeah, and we do it so... how about I could just do something random?
Okay.
Do you want something random?
Sure.
All right. Hey, guys, it's time. Get ready for this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time, so I'm pretty excited to announce on the show it is time for our Kickstarter of the week! All right, Ange, we have a spicy one today, too. Get ready for this, Ange. I think you're going to want to back this one. Currently has 6,369 backers. Nice. They have a goal of $200,000. They have raised $341,000 with 42 days left to go.
I didn't know any Kickstarters could be longer than 30 days.
It is Light Sail, sailing boldly into the future. And the person that is launching this Kickstarter is your good friend and buddy, Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
Here, CEO of the Planetary Society. The Planetary Society is the world's largest non-governmental space interest organization. We advance space science and exploration. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to explore space using a technology that was proposed about a century ago. We're going to use a miniaturized satellite. There's a standard now called a CubeSat, cubical satellite. Now, coming out of our little CubeSat are 32 square meters of super shiny mylar. It's bigger than the ceiling. Well, I mean, you can't see the ceiling, but it's big. Now, you may not have thought about it, but light is made of photons, and photons have no mass, but they have momentum. It's surprising. So if sunlight is shining on something, it's actually giving it a tiny, tiny push. So if we can get a spacecraft up in space that has enough area and is low enough mass, sunlight gives it a push. And these things are called solar sails, and our CubeSat is called the Light Sail.
Light Sail has a certain romance to it because the fact that it's using the sun as an energy source for propulsion. With solar sailing, in principle, you can go vast distances and do it in relatively small amounts of time.
Even though the push from sunlight is very small, it's up there pushing day and night. Except you're in space, there's no night. So it's pushing all the time. We can go to the moon and beyond for a very low cost.
I'm Doug Stetson, Light Sail Program Manager for the Planetary Society. Solar sailing can take us to the moon, to other planets, and even to interstellar space. Your help with our Kickstarter campaign can help drive the future of CubeSats for low-cost exploration. We've enlisted top engineers to help design Light Sail, and we're doing our first hardware shakedown flight this year with launch of the prototype in May. But we need to push to the finish, so we need your help with our Kickstarter campaign so we can be ready to launch the primary mission in 2016.
You know, NASA, you pay a tax money, and that goes to fund NASA, and then somebody else decides what NASA does. In the Planetary Society, the membership decides. So there's a sense of participation that I think is without equal. And when you see the thing launch, you say, hey, I had something to do with that directly.
That guy looks straight from the 70s.
That's Neil
We are
deGrasse Tyson.
advancing space exploration by lowering the cost of sending spacecraft way out into space. Now, to get this thing going, we need backers like you. We're going to give it a kickstart. This democratizes space. Kickstart. Once you're up there, you can fly to the moon or beyond to other planets or asteroids, other destinations in the solar system, because you don't need to add all this fuel. It just constantly gets a little push all the time. So we're going to prove this in 2016, and that's where you come in, you as a backer. We want you to give the Light Sail project a kick. Start it. It's going to fly on the very first Falcon Heavy from SpaceX. Check us out, the Planetary Society at planetary.org and the Light Sail spacecraft.
So these little cube satellites, Heather talked quite a bit about on SciByte. They're used like by universities and students. They're like, these things are legit. It is a standard that already exists, and solar sails are pretty well known. So it all seems pretty doable. You ready to see what the backing levels are?
Sure.
All right. So with 42 days left to go, there's, of course, they've got the traditional $1 backing level, which there's 415 backers. But let's see what you get when you start getting up a little bit. You get to $15, you get a Light Sail stick or pin. Okay. All right. But you'll receive a combo of a Light Sail mission sticker. Okay. All right. You get a patch if you do $20. That's not bad. Oh, hey, look, here's a video of Carl Sagan talking about light sails on Johnny Carson back in the day. That's pretty cool. And then for you get up there when you start getting to the $35 or more, that's where it starts getting good. Yeah. You get a centimeter of the sail and membership. Backers level own a square of the light sail.
Wow.
Well, there you go for $35. Really?
That's like selling stars.
That's not bad. $50, you get a shirt.
Oh, woo.
And you get an email address only for backers, and a badge, and a centimeter of the sail. This is a super cool project. What do you think, Mumble Room?
It's pretty awesome.
I'd hate to own the square that got hit by a little rock.
Is it actually one that goes up into space, or is it one that they're just manufacturing? I don't know.
Better go into space.
What do you think? Bill Nye doing Kickstarters now, and Neil deGrasse Tyson in that same video. Like this, to me,
great idea. What?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's a little trippy to me. A little bit, but it makes sense.
That's a little trippy. Look how freaky he looks there.
He is the science guy.
Bill Nye was kind of freaky this entire video, I thought. Seemed a little freaky, to be honest. But I think, well, obviously they're going to make it. They've already surpassed their goal. I wonder if they have any stretches. It's being put on by Bill Nye, too. This is crazy. I don't know. It's just weird to go to Kickstarter and see Bill Nye launching a Kickstarter. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's our... So when they get to 1 million... They're going to support. Wow. So they're already. Oh wow. So they're planning to get. They have plans all the way up to 1 million, but $200,000 is the current goal. When they get to 325, it supports integration and testing through our partners like Elliptic Enterprises and Georgia Tech.
That's cool. Getting a university involved is a good idea.
Yeah, it is. At 450, it supports our orbital operations for up to 4 months. That's probably really good. If they don't have their operations funded, they probably need to get to that goal.
Yeah, right.
550 engages the scientific community and engineering community gathering and analyzing data to present at a symposium and publish the results. Well, that'd be really nice. So, and right now, again, they are at 342. So they're about to get to that.
The 400,000.
I think they will for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Q, you had a question. Go ahead, because it's a good one.
Yeah, everything related to space is costing big bucks of money. So how is this only costing 200K?
It's amazing. Welcome to 2015. So they're using commercial spaceflight. They're not launching a NASA rocket. These Cube satellites, when they launch with like, I don't know the number, but let's just say it's 50 others. So you are just part of an overall crew because these Cube satellites literally fit inside like an egg crate type storage system, and then the spacecraft gets up into space, opens up, and they all launch. So they are able to essentially piggyback on a much larger carry that everybody else is paying into. Plus, since it's commercial launched, it's a little bit cheaper from that regard.
And no fuel. It seems minimal.
They're super light
materials,
light, and we also have to remember they're really small. Mm-hmm. I mean, these things are they're bigger than a tissue box, but
he may be subsidizing it.
Maybe he does look pretty intense. That is a pretty intense look. Yeah. I think they'll be going up with an Air Force satellite too. Oh, well, there you go. Well, that'll definitely help split the cost. And that's a good way to do it. Just ride the military's already existing trip.
Budget, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have a link to that in the show notes if you guys want to go back that. If you'd like to back our network and our shows, I think it'd be great if we got to 490 by the weekend. We've been sitting at 488 for a few days now over at Tech Talk Today. Or I'm sorry. That would actually
Patreon.com.
We should do a Tech Talk Today /Patreon. Like people might think that sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, patreon.com/today is where you go to support this show or the rest of the network. And we have all kinds of things in development. We have a new show that you may have heard about earlier this week that is currently being assembled thanks to your support. Previous shows we've launched, things like our Fest coverage. So many great things that we're able to do without having to turn to sponsors every single time is because of our patrons. And we'd love to be able to do more of that. Patreon.com/today would be great to get to 490. I think that'd be awesome. And you and I could brainstorm some stuff for that activity feed if we do that.
Yes.
If we get to 490, we'll brainstorm something just for the people that are patrons. Patreon.com/today. Thanks everybody who supports the entire network there. Okay, Andrews, we're going to wrap up for today. We have 2 shows, right? We don't have any recordings this Friday, right?
No.
No Women's Tech Radio or anything like that?
No, that's May 29th.
All right, then all things, I think all things be equal, unless I have truck things, we'll probably have a show Friday. So tomorrow. Mm-hmm. There could be, so I'll just always check the calendar, jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar. Sometimes Fridays are a little tough and things come up. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I find out, and that's sometimes in the morning, I try to go update that calendar right away. I have a little widget on my phone so I can go pop that as fast as I can now. So it's jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar to stay current. techtalktoday.reddit.com is where you go to make this show better, submit Kickstarters, stories, feedback. What else? Pictures of cats.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Your watch stories. That'd be good. If you got to watch, I'd like to hear your stories over there. And Andrews, since you were here today, and it's kind of getting nice outside, and I know you're such a Mountain Dew fan, we're going to wrap up today with a very special summer retro Mountain Dew commercial just for you.
Nom.
Yeah, it's your favorite. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you right back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Give me a mountain, nothing to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and smooth, refreshing Mountain Dew, yeah.